Good morning. We've been dealing with all the halachot of Berchot HaShachar, the morning blessings. We started explaining that when a person wakes up in the morning, he has to say the blessing of Pokeich Ivrim. When he sits down, he has to say Matir Asurim, right? And all the other brachot that we've been speaking about. The question is, how come today we do not do it the way the Shulchan Aruch brings down? So the Shulchan Aruch in Siman Memvav in Halacha Bet states, the reason why we don't do it today the way we've been learning it is only because the reason number one, which is a very important reason, our hands are not clean. In the morning, not everybody washes their hands. Now the problem is, if you wake up in the morning and you didn't wash your hands, you are not allowed to say any bracha. So therefore he says, what do? We're going to push off the Berchot HaShachar, we're going to push off the morning blessings for later, since our hands are not clean. But he also continues and he says, because of the people that are Amei Ha'artzot, people that are not really learned, not everybody knows how to say Berchot HaShachar. So therefore the Shulchan Aruch says, what should we do, Rabotai? We should say the Berchot HaShachar in the Beit HaKnesset, and then other people are going to be able to answer Amen. For example, I'll come to shul over here, I'll start saying the Berchot HaShachar, and I'm going to take out your obligation in the Berchot HaShachar, and by you answering Amen, you have fulfilled your obligation. Not everybody really knows how to say the Berchot HaShachar. That is the opinion of the Shulchan Aruch. That is actually the halakha. However, Rabotai, you should know, the Mishnah Berurah brings down, he says, today our minhag is that every single person blesses by themselves. Baruch Hashem, I'm assuming that people already became a little bit more learned, and everybody has to bless these blessings by themselves. However, the question is, where do you have to bless the blessings of Berchot HaShachar? Do you bless it in the synagogue when you are ready to go ahead and start davening? Or do you bless it at home before you come to the synagogue? So the Rav Chaim brings it down in the name of the Arizal, that all the 18 Berchot HaShachar that we say every single day in the morning, when you wake up in the morning in your house before you come out to come to the shul, it must be said in the house. According to the Arizal, he says the Berchot HaShachar must not be said in the shul, it must be said inside the house. So therefore, even though the halacha says one thing, the custom is, like the Arizal when it comes to prayers and all these things, we do go with the side of the Arizal. So therefore, halakha l'maaseh is going to be that when a person wakes up early in the morning, after you have washed your hands and so on and so forth, you got dressed, you're going to go ahead and you're going to say all the Berchot HaShachar inside your house before you come to shul. In the Sefer Ve'en Lamo Michshol, he brings down over here, by Yaakov Avinu, something very fascinating happened. With Yaakov Avinu, right, we know that by Simchat Torah, we take the talit, right? What is it? Chatam Me'onah, Chatam Simcha, or Chatam Torah, by the children. We say the bracha, Chatam Bereshit, Samuch, okay? Me'onah. Rabotai, we say over there, Hamalach, right? We say over there the blessing, the sentence, Hamalach HaGoel Oti Mikol Ra, right? That the angel should redeem me from everything bad. We're saying that this bracha is going on the children. That's the way we've been learning it up to now. Rabotai, I want to share with you today that is not the case. When Yaakov Avinu was saying this to the children, he was actually saying it on himself. He was saying to Hashem that you have saved me from all bad. You know what's all bad, Emil John? The wife. She's all bad. I'm going to show you today, Rabotai, but I'm going to explain to you. Listen to this very carefully. Why did she become bad? Meaning, why is she bad to us? It's only because of our actions. And I want to read it for you. He brings it down in the name of Reish Chochmah, in the name of the Zohar Kodesh. He says, "K'shakadosh Baruch Hu rotzeh ba'adam," when Hashem wants a person, mishum ma'asav hatovim shasa, because of the good deeds that he did, hu mezamen lo isha, he's going to prepare for him a woman, she muskelet vegoel oto mitoch hasitra achra. He's going to give her a smart woman, an educated woman, who's going to redeem him, who's going to protect him from the sitra achra, from the other side. Ve'al ken amar Yaakov, this is why Yaakov Avinu said, Hamalach HaGoel oti mikol ra. So he says, Mahu mikol ra, who's the mikol ra, from everything bad? He says, Shalon is the menali isha, shehi min hasitra achra, chas v'shalom. He says, thank God that you, Hashem, did not give me a woman who's from the other side. You can get it from the dark side. V'lo kara pesul bezarin. Also, I did not have any disqualified children. All my children were kosher children. This is what he was really praying for. So you see over here, he says, Harei shelo yizkeh adam et bat zugo misitra kedusha ad sheyativ ma'asav. The only way a person is going to be able to get a good wife, not from the sitra achra, from the sitra de kedusha, from the side of holiness, that's only through your good deeds. If you don't have good deeds, you understand why you have a bad wife. Why, Rabotai? We all know a famous Gemara that a woman is compared to the ground, right? If Chas v'Shalom lo aleinu, God forbid, Rabotai, if a woman gets raped, right, she's never chayav, no kared, nothing, no skila, nothing. Why? Because she's not doing anything. She's like the ground, like we step on the ground. That's the way, Chas v'Shalom, somebody rapes a woman, she's like the ground, nothing happens. So therefore he says over here, you have to understand, he says, that when it comes to the woman, if she's the ground, whatever you're going to plant in the ground, that's what you're going to get back out. You're going to plant good things, you're going to water it, you're going to, nourish it, then you're going to have a good tree, you're going to have good fruits. But if you're not going to give it the proper nourishment, that's why you have a wife the way you have her. He continues and he says over here, V'im ken nifso nimtza shigam im ishto ra'a. He says, even if your wife is also bad, harei shuhu garam zot la'atzmo. He caused this to himself. When a person has a bad wife, he does it to himself. Ve'en ha'ashama taluya ba. She's not at fault. That's what he says, Rabotai. There are three people that will scream to Hashem and they'll never be answered. They can daven all they want. Nothing's going to help them, Rabotai, until they better themselves. Until they do complete teshuvah, until they start becoming better people. What are the three people? Masech Baba Mitzvah Daf Ein Hey Amud Bet states, Shalosha Tzoakim ve'enam ne'anim. There are three people that scream and they don't get answered. Number one, Rabotai, a lot of us do this, which is a very big problem. One who lends money without witnesses, without a document. You can daven all you want, you can scream to Hashem all you want. He's not going to hear you. I gave you $10,000 in Mil John. I say, Mil, I trust you, you're the best guy in the world, which you are. I don't have to write nothing down. Hashem is not going to listen to me. We cause problems between ourselves. You need to write everything down. Text works, but you have to write everything down. You have to have witnesses, so tomorrow you're not going to have this problem. Rabotai, there's a sofer, huh? It's not nothing to do with ribbit, because I'm going to explain to you where the problems come from. Rabotai, there was a sofer. You know how it happens, people give people to bring from Israel to America, from America to Israel, correct? So he says to him, here's 100 mezuzot. Very expensive mezuzot. Every time he wrote, he went to the mikvah. Each mezuzah is $1,000. Chai, fine, okay. He said, count it. He said, I trust you, Miljon. You were the best guy in the world. You were so fair. Why would you lie to me? Rabotai, he took 100 mezuzot. He came down over here to America. He passed it down to the guy that he was supposed to give it to. The guy only counted 50 mezuzot. Where's the other 50? He says, whatever you gave me, that's what I gave. Who's at fault, Rabotai, over here? The guy that did not count. This is why, Rabotai, we want you guys to count. Now you're going to scream to Hashem, I can't help you. What do you want me to, I can't help you. What do you want me to do? That's number one. Number two, Rabotai, one who goes ahead and he makes himself a master. Okay, today we don't have it if you become a slave. But number three, Rabotai, Avraham, אתה מוכן? He says over here, Umi she'ishto moshelet alav. If you have a person that his wife rules over him, he can scream to Hashem all day. Hashem is not going to answer him. Nah, I mean, it's funny, but it's sad. Shamata Artur, Shamata ze olo. Rabotai. Kolomer, you know what he says with Rabotai? Why is that? What happened? Hu garam la'atzmo she'ishto moshelet alav. He caused, one second. He caused himself that his wife ruled over him. How do I do that? How can I do that? That my wife is going to rule over me? How's that possible? You know, you have sometimes, Miljon, you tell the wife, we're not going to go here. Now we're going to go there. No, she decides. She's the man in the house. What's that mean? Papa's, yeah, net. I just don't cop it. My wife said. Now you understand what that means. The wife is from the Sitra Achra. My wife said. What do you mean your wife said? What do you mean my wife said? What do you mean your wife? What can your wife do?
What if you close the gas up?
If you are allowed to fill up your gas, Misha, you're allowed to fill up your wife's gas, Misha. He has always something to say, Miljan. Miljan. Rabotai, listen to this, Emil. Why doesn't he get answered? Who garam latzmo sheishtom moshalalav? He caused that his wife rules over him. Why? Biglal she'en ma'asav rutzuim b'fnei Hashem. Because your actions are not pleasing before Hashem. Hashem is not happy with the way you are, the way you're serving Him. She'im haya mishtadel liyot yireh Hashem. If he would have tried to be God-fearing, v'lilmod Torah kira'ui lo, and if you learn Torah according to his ability, azay lo hayta ishto moshelet alav. Then your wife wouldn't control you. She wouldn't rule over you. It comes down to this. So really, why can't you be answerable? Is because you're the one that's causing her to rule over you. You have to work on yourself. He concludes over here and he says there's a sefer that's called Anshe Kodesh. You know, I never understood this. I understood from last night. He says over here, I don't get it. When the angel came to Sarah and he told her, you're going to have a Ben Zachar. Why did she left? Where did the angel go? He went to Abraham and he's telling Abraham, why is Sarah laughing? I don't get it. If Sarah is laughing, go deal with her. Why are you coming to me? So he says over here in Anshe Kodesh, he says, do you know why? Since a woman, he says in the name of Rabbi Nachman Breslev, he says, since a woman is a mirror of the husband, he said the reason why something is not right with her is because something was not right with Avram Avinu, chas v'shalom. So that's why he went to Avram Avinu. He says, is there any problem in the imunah with you that she's laughing? Meaning to say, if you would have believed, she would have never laughed. So Rabotai, we see that what? Mr. Isaac, we are responsible, and we have to be able to take full accountability for our actions. Baruch Adonai Olam. Amen. Amen. Rabbi Chanan ben Ekash, Baruch Hu.